So let's be real. We all knew this was bound to happen. Sunday, October 18, 2026. IRONMAN California. Ready? I don't know if I should do it. It's $1,000.
Seriously?
840. It's US. Happy birthday to me. Orders placed. I went through this process how many years ago with 70.3. I just have to do it 2 times. I'm sweating. It's so hot. This is a long time coming. We knew this was gonna happen. I have been dreaming about this moment for years and I can't believe it's finally happening. After watching my husband cross the finish line back in 2019, I knew I wanted to do an Ironman someday, but I had no idea how long it would take me to get here. 2019 was the year that planted the seed. Watching him do it, that grit, the emotion, it looked impossible, but something about it called to me. Back then, I couldn't even imagine doing a half Ironman, but I started small, trained for my first 70.3, then another one, each one pushing me further than I thought I could go. And somewhere along the way, this dream of doing a full Ironman stopped feeling impossible. It actually started to feel inevitable. And just like that, it's real. I'm officially signed up to do my first ever full Ironman. So for those of you who don't know what an Ironman is, it is a triathlon and it's going to be, I don't have this memorized, but it is 226 kilometers, aka 140.6 miles total, and it's going to be 3.8 kilometers of swimming, 180 kilometers of cycling, and then a full marathon after that, which is 42.2 kilometers of running. So I've done the half twice, but this, I don't know anymore. I think I've become a little bit delulu, but it is something that has been in the back of my mind for years, and now I think it's finally to just rip that band-aid off and just go for it. Part of me is terrified, but honestly, I think I am ready for this and I'm kind of excited. I know there are a lot of people who like to go right into it, you know, not having trained for a triathlon before, but I'm just not that type of person. I am someone that likes to build gradually over time. I didn't have an endurance background, so I worked my way up. I started with the 10Ks, half marathon, all that. I do have a swimming background, so that was just something that I had to get back into and eventually fall back in love with. And so 70.3 was that opportunity for me to learn how to ride a bike. And I kept waiting for like that perfect time, you know, when work was slowing down, when I felt ready, when everything just felt a little bit more balanced in life. But then I remind myself there really is going to be no perfect timing. There's always going to be something that comes up and you just have to run with it and go with the flow and adapt where necessary. And I just feel like, you know what, stop waiting. I think just now is the time to do it, or else I'm always going to be waiting for the next day or the next year or whatever. You know, I just had that moment of realization where you just can't wait anymore. You just have to go for it. Now, this is going to be the very first time that I've ever done a full Ironman. If you followed me for some time now, I've done 2 70.3 distance triathlons. You learn a lot about yourself, both physically, mentally, emotionally, all that jazz. So I know this is going to be another opportunity for me to lean into that even more so during that journey. And I am someone who loves to learn about anything and everything, whether that's about the disciplines, the nutrition, learning more about myself. I know I have a lot more to give in this sport, and I'm just so curious to see who I can become after this journey. So in terms of the plan, I am going to be using Motive again, since it has been working for me quite well with my past 2 70.3 races and as well as the Chicago Marathon. So the phases are going to be somewhat the same. It's going to be broken up into 4 main phases. So there's going to be periodization within my training, starting now essentially. And so got phase 1, which is going to be building back that base. That's the phase I'm in right now. Phase 2 is building that phase. Then we've got phase 3, which is peak. and then phase 4, which is race specific training. So I did mention in a previous vlog that I'm also doing 70.3 Oregon with my husband, so I'm super excited for that. But that race is gonna act as like that halfway point before my full Ironman. And this is really just to see how I'm doing with my overall Ironman training. And this is likely gonna take place around like the tail end of my overall build phase. So right now the plan is pretty simple. I'm back in my base training, you know, working on my strength, doing a little bit of CrossFit here and there, and then just rebuilding my overall foundation. And then over the next year, which I will be documenting, I'm gonna start layering in all the endurance training again. You know, I've got my long rides with my handy bike. I'm hoping to upgrade this baby of mine, so stay tuned for that. And then of course, the swimming, open water swimming, marathon prep runs, because you know, now I'm training for a marathon. I will be sharing everything here, the training, the nutrition, obviously the mindset, because I know this is gonna be a big mental game, and then yeah, just the real behind the scenes of what it takes to get to an Ironman start line and hopefully finishing. So stay tuned for all the vlogs, the weekly recaps, and all that jazz. And as always, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you in my later video. Bye!